right, I am with my homie, Justin Mcleod, founder of Hinge. I'm super, super excited to be driving around with him today. Okay, rapid fire, here we go. Morning habits, what are your morning habits?
I used to have morning habits.
For kids, yeah, so I get it.
For kids. My ideal morning habit, which I'm like, have a pretty low hit rate on right now, is... I feel like some people talk about their morning habits, but they don't actually do them.
Totally, I meditate, then I do yoga.
Yeah. Then I have
drink water with hot water, yeah.
Okay, so what I actually do, I really do try to wake up and at least sit for 10 minutes in meditation, just to like start my day quiet. And then I usually go I have this morning drink I make with this ceremonial cacao.
Only ceremonial grade.
Only ceremonial grade cacao. And so I do a few tablespoons of that with some olive oil and like a little bit of honey. And
nice.
And then I sit and I journal. That's kind of my daily
like morning pages.
have to do thing, like a morning pages thing, and write at least like 1 or 2 pages.
When did you start
Because I wake up, because I'm a morning person, and so I wake up with like
energy.
Bursting with like things just going out of my head, and if I don't get them out on paper, then they just like bounce around in my head. After that, I cook my kids breakfast usually.
Nice.
Yeah. Make them pancakes, walk them to school, and then often I'll
Okay, bathroom habits. You morning pooper? What's the vibe?
You know, I don't have a schedule.
You don't have a schedule? Like I'm a morning. Every morning.
That's not my thing. I don't know. I'm just
like,
not a...
Depends.
It really,
how much you eat the night before.
Depends, and like how comfortable I feel, how much anxiety I'm in. Like, are you one of those people that if you go to like when we went to the Serengeti, it was like 5 or 6 days. if I'm in an unfamiliar 100%. Place.
Are you bidet or toilet paper?
Bidets scare me. I want to be a bidet person.
Why do they scare you?
The sudden like being shot.
What if it's not sudden? Like, what if it's like a gentle, tender, loving embrace, like a gentle shower for your butt?
I mean, theoretically, I'm into it. I just
haven't yet. Like, hey, there's something new for you to try in 2025. Okay, what's the silly thing you like to do for fun?
Let's see. Mostly silly things I do with my
kids.
Things with the kids these days.
Yeah.
My kids love to play a monster game where one of you has to act like a psychotic monster that's kind of like a mix between the guy from the Goonies and The Ring, and you have to like kind of crawl on the floor and like make crazy noises and chase each other around the house. And
I love that.
We take turns doing that.
I love it.
And terrifying each other.
That's great. Boys, you know.
Yeah. Well, no, Margot gets really into it too.
Okay, yeah, Margot, good.
Yeah, no,
Boys and girls.
She loves to be the monster.
Oh my God, she's so cute. What's your take on money?
I think that it's energy. I think is like the way that I think about it. It's like stored energy. It's not an end in itself, right? And I think some of us can get like wrapped up into like making more and like watching a bank account go up, and I don't spend almost any time on like the
market. So when you had like your first crazy windfall, you know, what was that like? Because you know you're like, Hinge almost died 10 times or over 10, you know, whatever, you know, and you're just like, well, I guess I put all my time and energy and money into the thing and I made nothing.
It took a little while for my system to like, on both fronts, in terms of having Hinge become a quote unquote success.
Right.
I still don't. Is it a success? I don't know.
Oh, you use Hinge? You met your girl? Oh wow. Okay.
It feels. Yeah, you probably know this. Like going through the experience of entrepreneurship is like it just feels like failure and problem after failure and problem, and it's just nonstop. Yeah. And then suddenly after 10 years of that, and you turn around and you're like, oh no, I've actually made progress. I've actually gotten somewhere.
Right.
But day to day, it can just feel like setback after setback and problem after problem.
What is the key to happiness?
What is the key to happiness? I think that it's honestly, I think it's meaningful relationships, of course, which is why I'm like, it's like having deep, rich, meaningful, intimate relationships with other people.
Yeah.
And it's, honestly, I think it's being of use, like, or being, like, feeling like you are, at least like, I think happiness is almost the wrong word even. Happiness is like a fleeting feeling that comes and goes.
Yeah.
I don't really try to chase happiness, but like fulfillment. I think fulfillment is like this deeper, like regardless of whether I'm like happy or sad today, I feel fulfilled.
Okay, what's your take on love?
Where do you want to begin? I have, I think like the biggest thing that I've learned throughout my journey of creating Hinge,
Yep.
Hinge 1.0, rebooting it, Hinge 2.0,
Yeah.
you know, being with the girl in college, then losing her, then getting her back, then the ups and downs of our journey of like
Totally.
calling off the wedding and putting it back on and all the,
Parenting and this, yeah.
it really is that you don't find the one, you like create the one. And if you're always in search of like finding the perfect one, you're gonna miss it because you wanna find someone that you wanna build with and create, but like that oneness.
Right. For sure.
But you don't just like find it. It's not like you're out searching and you're like, oh, there it is. And I think we have such a misconception because we're just brainwashed by culture and all the love stories and rom-coms and everything else, and it's a total fabrication. It's like a total fabrication. What I've learned about relationships has much more been my experience in relationship with Kate and my own personal journey of being in a relationship, much less than Hinge, which is about that first step, helping you get introduced to someone. But I think what I've learned over time is like that first step, which is what I thought was like the most important thing, was like finding the right person, is not the most important thing in some sense. And
it's the cultivation.
It's everything that comes after that. Like that's just the starting line.
Yeah.
I think we over-index, once again, way too much on thinking like, what is the right, as if there's like a right thing. As if like life is a big test and you're gonna die and then they're gonna read out your sheet and they're like, should have stayed with the partner, you know? Like
it's like sliding doors, like everything.
And it traps us into such a like fear mentality, but life is this like beautiful, my experience is like, it's this creative process and like you're a co-creator of it and there's not a right or wrong answer. And there's always a balance between being true to myself and my own needs and also prioritizing the relationship and the partnership. And at some point you may realize like, based on who I'm evolving to be and who this other person's evolving to be, there's like this relationship which should feel supportive to us actually starting to feel limiting to us.
For sure. Awesome. Well, it's always a joy talking to you. You're awesome.
Sure.